Hey everybody, and welcome to Harris Football's 2022 NFL Draft Prospect Breakdown Series presented by Viore. I'm Patrick Murray, and today we're talking about Liberty quarterback Malik Willis. To me, he's the quarterback in this class with the greatest upside, the highest ceiling. He's really fun to watch. Really athletic guy. Willis started his career at Auburn, spent his first 2 seasons there, played sparingly behind Jarrett Stidham, and then decided to transfer for his junior season, went to Liberty, led the Flames to a 10-1 record in 2020. Then they went 8-5 in 2021. His senior season, he threw for a career-high 2,857 yards and 27 touchdowns against 12 interceptions, completed 62% of his passes in 2021. And Willis also rushed for 878 yards and 13 touchdowns his senior season. He stands 6'1", 225 pounds, did not run the 40 at the combine or at his pro day, but he is fast. And other really fast QBs didn't run the 40 either. Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, they didn't run the 40 leading up to the draft. Willis didn't either, but you can tell on his tape, he's fast. You can see the speed here, just blowing by a bunch of defenders. Willis's best traits on video are his athleticism and arm strength. Social media went crazy over this throw from his pro day, 65 yards in the air, and that arm strength showed up on tape in his games at Liberty too. This one goes 50 yards downfield from the hash to the opposite sideline with some zip on it. And you can see it on intermediate throws too. This one is just a laser over the middle. And I love this one. Moving in the pocket, sliding away from the pressure. Watch how Willis, while he's moving sideways, gets his front shoulder and back foot aligned, pointing towards his target, and then unleashes a bomb 55 yards in the air with enough arc on it to get it over the heads of 2 defenders for a completion. We'll see more passing in a minute, but Willis's NFL team needs to incorporate designed quarterback runs and build the offense around him. He is dangerous in zone read plays on the perimeter and strong enough to run inside the tackles too. Against Old Dominion, Liberty is running Q counter, pulling the guard to kick out the edge and using the H-back from the backfield as a lead blocker. Willis stays patient, reads it well, presses the hole, and bursts into the open field for a nice gain. You gotta have the designed runs to fully utilize Willis's ability, but of course he can improvise, scramble away from pressure, and make a big play that way too. Some of his collapsing pocket escapes are just crazy. Check out this one. Look at how many guys Willis makes miss here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's just ridiculous. Here's another one against SEC competition in Ole Miss. Somehow escapes the pocket and almost turns it into a touchdown. Willis is not just a runner on scrambles though. Watch this. The strength to shrug off a sack, keeps his eyes up, finds a receiver on the run for a big gain. Against Virginia Tech from the ACC, escapes pressure on the run, throws a ball 45 yards in the air on the money. You get the idea. Willis has a special ability to escape pressure with strength and elusiveness and then create a big play with his legs or his arm. We'll dive deeper into the details of the passing game next.
Hey guys, producer Dave here. I want to say thank you to Viore for sponsoring this video and all of our prospect breakdowns to get ready for this draft. I'm sporting some Viore clothing right now and I love it. It's lightweight, it's stretchy, it's comfortable, and it's made from recycled materials. And I don't know how they do it, but it's awesome. I don't know how plastic bottles and other things turn into anything this soft, but it's incredible. It's activewear meant to get out there and do stuff, but if you happen to be like me and editing videos, or like you're doing right now, watching your favorite YouTube channel, it's still really comfortable to just be in this clothing. They're great all around wear. Go check out VioreClothing.com/Harris and they'll give you 20% off your first order just for being a fan of this channel. They've got some new shorts coming that I'm about to order. Get ready for spring, the Sunday Performance short. It's made from the same stuff that they make their Sunday Performance joggers out of. and I seriously love those pants. Thanks again to Vuori. Like I said, that's vuoriclothing.com/Harris for 20% off your first order. And now, back to the show.
Thank you, Dave. Getting more detailed on the passing game with Liberty quarterback Malik Willis. His college offense used a lot of double moves and predetermined throws, but he also showed the ability to make reads and go through progressions. On this play, Liberty has a high-low concept called, with the slot receiver running a drag route and the tight end running a dig. Willis has to read the depth of the linebackers and pick the open route. He makes the right read and throws an accurate ball with good placement to allow his receiver to run after the catch. Here's a progression read. At the top of the screen, the Flames have a go route on the outside and a drag or shallow cross from the slot. On the bottom, we have two clear routes on the outside and the inside receiver acting like he's going to run a shallow crosser for mesh, but then taking it vertical up the middle. Willis checks the go route, comes back to the middle vertical route, but he's jammed up, and then he goes to his third read, the shallow cross, and hits him accurately for a big run after the catch. Willis also shows the ability to use his eyes to hold safeties and not give away his intentions. We'll take a look at his eyes from the end zone angle in a second here, but he's working the top of the screen with a couple of hitch and go routes. The safety to the boundary on the bottom hash stays on that hash because Willis does a good job with his eyes. He probably should throw to the slot receiver up the seam here, but it still ends up working out in his favor. Now to the end zone angle. Let's watch Willis's eyes here. He knows he's going to be throwing to his right, but it's going to take a second or two for the play to develop. So he starts by staring down the boundary safety to keep him away from that seam route, and then he flips his head to the outside and makes the throw. Willis is inconsistent with this, though. On this play here, he doesn't check the safety sitting on the hash, and he gets picked off. Willis also shows flashes of throwing with anticipation, trusting and anticipating that the receiver will be open before he actually is, and getting the ball out quickly. Against the blitz with a free runner coming at him, Willis is going to the curl route at the bottom of the screen. The ball is out of his hand right now, and look at the receiver. He still has another 2 or 3 steps before he even turns around. That is throwing with anticipation, and it's an impressive throw too. 12-yard curl from the opposite hash with pressure right on the money. But again, Willis is inconsistent in this area. There are many other plays where I'd like to see him make a quicker decision and get the ball out faster, and that often leads to unnecessary sacks. Liberty's offense allowed the second most sacks in the nation with 52, and that number obviously would have been much higher if it weren't for Willis's amazing escapes from pressure in the pocket. Willis was mostly accurate in the 4 games I watched, but his ball placement can be inconsistent, particularly with short passes like hitches where he threw high a few times. Overall, Willis is a very intriguing prospect with elite athleticism and arm strength, but some areas in the passing game that need improvement and more consistent play. He could use some time to develop behind a veteran quarterback, and I don't expect him to make an immediate impact, but Willis could be a special player down the line if everything breaks right and he develops in the right franchise. Thank you for watching the 2022 Harris Football NFL Draft Prospect Breakdown Series. Give us a like if you enjoyed the video, and go check out all 11 of our other prospect videos. We have a bunch of wide receiver and running back breakdowns for you on the Harris Football YouTube channel. Thank you for watching, everybody.
Thanks so much for watching. Please, please, please smash that like button, write a comment, tell us who else you'd like to see us review film on, and of course, best of all, please subscribe to our channel and then click that little bell above the subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever we post a new video.